Off.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Very
Oh,
yellow. It
oh,
looks
oh.
okay, but that's about where
That's
it
about where it
ends. Have
is.
at it, man.
All right, here we go, folks. So, as you all may or may not know, and if you've gone to this channel before, you might see an old video, and I do mean old from 4 years ago, my actual racing simulator setup that I have here, which has actually gone through massive modifications, and I've been threatening to make a new video with the modernization with the curved screens and all the other things that I put on it over the last year and a half. And it is top notch. And I do consider myself an avid sim racer. I participate in online racing on iRacing. There's quite a few different games that I do have set up for it, and it does have some very boutique, and I do mean boutique, running gear, including the steering wheel from Sim Experience and HPP pedals, the PRX SEs, which are considered some of the top of the line racing equipment you can find in the simulation world. However, when a company like Aston Martin touts that they have an $80,000 curved racing screen simulator, my ears perk up a little bit, because 80 grand is about what I'd pay for a really, really good car in and of itself. Forget about the fact that I would pay for something in the sim world at 80K. And at 80K in the sim world, generally what you would find yourself purchasing is something that has some of the most robust 3 degrees of freedom, if not 6 degrees of freedom systems on board. Probably top of the line rendering equipment, meaning at this point, a 3090 would be probably what I would assume. Multiple monitors in the range of, I'd say, like 55-inch monitors covering you, and you'd be in some sort of monocoque chassis that replicated almost a Formula One design to a T. That's what 80K buys.
Yeah, 1-to-1 scale, at least like half the scale, like 1-to-1 scale, but like half the aircraft. Sorry, half of the car. Something
like that, right? Because you and I both know 80K in today's world of gaming computer could get you the top of the line video card you want, top of the line monitors, top of the line processor. And you would be you'd probably be able to still have, I don't know, 70K left over to actually go buy yourself a BMW. Okay.
Yeah, we talked in here, like Mike's alluding to, we talked a lot about graphic cards and silicon shortages and tons of stuff, but 80K, if somebody said 80K, go build yourself a sim for 80K, holy moly.
So
okay, I'll find what I need and make it happen.
So I'm Froggy, but I'll leap. Aston Martin just dropped an 80K turd. Okay, it's an 80K sim turd. It doesn't even have motion. Its claim to fame is a 49-inch screen, and that it's got precise seating like you would get in the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Okay, fine. Which any good sim racer would tell you that if you turn around and build an aluminum chassis or something out of 80/20 aluminum, you could go out and get a Sparco. You could go out and get like any nice, really good racing seat you'd want in like any format of any racing car you could possibly imagine.
Sure.
And then on top of it, the internal specs, okay, direct drive steering wheels are all the rage right now in sim racing, meaning that you don't have any belts, you don't have anything else. It's a direct drive experience. Okay, I'm looking at the equipment. They do have a fancy wheel on board this thing, but however, everything else to me seems just to be passively low grade. It doesn't really break any barriers that would warrant this massive price of where they're trying to place this thing. And then even sadder than that is the fact that it doesn't even have updated guts to be the best racing sim experience you could possibly have. But the guys that made it, okay, which is these base performance simulators, which are the people behind the marketing campaign to make this Aston so expensive, they are actually leaders in some parts of the sim industry with the equipment that they make for the actual sim industry.
Yeah. It looks like I admit I haven't seen this company before. Sure. I'm not as much in this space as you are, but I mean, I haven't seen this before, but they look like they've got the equipment and the know-how, plus they've got looks like some race car drivers on staff, or at least, consultants.
Sure.
So it looks like they make good stuff, but then
they make this turd of a racing sim and try to pass it off at that. I mean, and I don't mean to be.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, there's probably buyers out there who would love to have an Aston Martin branded simulator.
Sure, I agree.
In their house, and they don't want these not full motion, but actual motion sims that are more accurate.
Okay.
So this may be catering to their
Oh, it's
potential
catering.
buyers.
It's catering.
Maybe?
It's catering. Okay. It is. Okay. It is catering.
But yeah,
But they're doing it at a price where, so if you're going to talk the it's called the AMR-C01. That's what they're talking about, what they call this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's nothing in this device that actually speaks to me at the point where, well, yeah, it has some great curves, right? It really does have some great, it looks fantastic, right? It's got carbon fiber. It looks really nice. But if you're going to get your bang for buck, and even what they say in the article here is that most people would skip on this thing because they've only sold 20 of them, because most average gamers out there could probably put something together that's better and stronger. But I think when you torch a brand, and I do mean torch, okay, just for a sexy sale appeal and something that the average marketplace doesn't need, I just have to ask, are these people just that badge happy? They really need the Aston Martin simulator experience, or do they just not know the difference and, Aston's pulling a fast one on them?
I don't know, man. I think possibly it could maybe be summed up by the quote. Literally, there's a quote in the article from James Guess. He's one of the managers at the base performance simulators. It literally says, quote, "The idea was to have something that's beautiful," end quote. Like,
okay,
that's the idea.
Okay.
So, okay, again, I mean, it's like you said, we don't think we're sitting here just to straight bash everything about this, and that they have sold some, right? They said they're going to build only 150 of these, and they've sold, would you say 20 or? Yeah. So okay, so they sold a few. I mean, yeah, I guess it's I guess we're coming to this on a channel, coming to this with you guys to kind of speak of the tech and like the why and stuff, and it's it's just like,
all right.
If you guys have been following us long enough, we talked about the NVIDIA cards and the shortages and whatnot. Just to give you an example, this has a 2K screen, 120 hertz screen, so it's not even 4K. It's not even the 240 hertz. And it's got an RTX 3070 in it with an older i7 card. I mean, it's just like...
It's not even worth it.
What? Like, what? I'm confused.
So I'm looking here. I'm looking at this system that they call the Blade, that's also for sale on BPS, and even their prices are completely astronomical. They want 22,750 pounds for what seems to be your basic stationary run-of-the-mill simulator. So anyhow, got to wrap this one up. It just, to me, it's ridiculous, right? Those prices, that performance, not even worth it. No? Would you agree? I agree.
Yeah, no, yeah, I just found the Blade you're just talking about, and what's really interesting about the Blade? Now that I'm seeing it,
it's the same shape.
It is the guts of the Aston Martin.
It is, and it's still overpriced.
Like, they just probably made some carbon and put it over this.
I don't know.
And I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Don't know.
But it's still like, okay, all right.
All about.
Hey, cool. I mean, they look like they make good stuff. So there you go. Don't think we're bashing them too much, but it's just
all about the upsell.
The application is kind of like.
Exactly. So, hey, folks, remember, like, subscribe, follow. I don't normally just come out and open fire on a product and be like, this is garbage. But sometimes I just find things that are just overbadged, overpriced, not worth the quality. And we really do have to sit in here and come in and make another, video on the sim, because if I didn't pay even 1/10 the price of that for what I put together, and I can tell you it's better than what they got. So like, subscribe, follow, and we'll bring you, and if you want to see more videos on the sim, you could go back. I think there's the old sim video there. And if you want to see me do a new one, leave a comment below and we'll get on that. So there you go.